And I'm not.
It's not helped with COVID, has it?
No, that's the problem. COVID's kind of made us all acceptable to being secluded.
Yeah.
And we're all right with it now. We weren't the first, but now we're kind of like, do I really want to go down the pub?
Yeah. do I really want to see everyone?
and yeah, I just need to start pushing myself out of that. Why the fuck aren't you working? Alright, right, so I can't go live on TikTok, never mind. I'm live on Twitch, I think. I need to go check my Twitch now. And as long as I'm live, we can start. Lord.kuntah. Where am I? Come on, yes. And yeah, all live. Ready to start when you are, Tommy. Don't call you Tommy then, Scotty.
Well, hello, and welcome to today's episode of The Lad Supper with me, Scotty Wartooth, Kimmy, and Lord Kuntah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
I was going to say, let's go, but then I realised, oh no, actually no.
Let's go. Yeah, we've not had a podcast without Mario yet, have we?
No, I don't think so. No,
he's been on every one. Yeah, he has.
Yeah, I mean, I've been the one that's been absent, and so yeah, it's my first time actually being on with Kimmy. So yeah, because for once I'm not the one being replaced.
Last week weren't your fault. That was just.
No, literally, for those who weren't aware, basically, my last week, my village, the internet was just gone. There was a fault in my area, so the whole village lost internet, which didn't get restored until midnight that night. We weren't expecting it until the next night, but no, it was midnight that night when it came back up. So, sucks for people who work from home, like my family, for example. So
yeah, but good excuse not to work.
Yeah, but it was like I was saying. I mean, like my internet was down, so I couldn't do much. Half my games are installed online, so I need the internet connection to use them. So without any internet, I decided to I just got to go downstairs and talk to my family. They seem nice.
I guess it was just like, you're probably used to it, aren't you, internet? Like, it's just like being back in your time.
Yeah, I know. Next time, don't shut me in a fucking cave. The Wi-Fi is shit and respawn time is crap.
Oh, so yeah, Mario in here. Mario, he's got better stuff to do, I guess.
He's with us in spirit.
Well, he's probably having some spirits. No, he's in London. He's in London on business.
I feel like Eminem.
Eminem?
Back again.
Ah, yes.
Kimmy's back.
Friend.
Well, as everyone been this week then? What have we been up to?
What we've been up to? What day is it? Thursday.
I mean, yeah, that is the usual day we stream, yes.
Yeah, sorry. I'll tell you one thing. This one, I'm so confused, right? So, I've got what I believe to be tonsillitis, and what my wife believes to be tonsillitis. I've had tonsillitis for a long time. It just flares up and goes down and comes up. So I rang the doctor's up and she was like, yeah, come in, I want to see you, right? I've never seen this doctor before. And she went, so you got tonsillitis? I was like, yeah. She let me have a look. She had a look and went, you haven't got tonsillitis? I went, no. She went, no. She said, have you had your tonsils taken out? I said, no. She went, well, I can't see your tonsils. I was like, oh, I can. They're huge. And I thought, all right, maybe I'm wrong. I said, if you have a look at that side, you should be able to see a stone. And she went, yeah, I can. I was like, a tonsil stone? She went, yeah. I went, on my tonsils? Yeah. But I haven't got tonsils. She went, no. I was like, okay. She went, she said, you got something called tonsillis? I was like, tonsillis is just a professional name for tonsillitis, isn't it? She went, yeah. And I was like, right. So I've got tonsillis, which is tonsillitis. I've got tonsil stones, but I don't have tonsils. Yeah. And I just left. She was stupid. Oh, and then she went on WebMD and then the NHS website to have a look at treatment for tonsillitis, which she just said I haven't got tonsillitis. And idiot. Absolute idiot. No offence to the NHS, but... No.
Individual staff can be ridiculous at times. I mean, I've had, I've rarely had to, go to, doctors or anything, but the ones I've been around have typically been really good with me. Like years ago, I had a very swollen knee. It was just it was basically a fluid. Like every time I bent my knee, it was just agony. It felt like I was just tearing my muscle. If I rode a bike, it was just agony. And eventually, I just thought, "Fuck, I'm gonna go to the doctor about it." And it was there for like 5 minutes. Just immediately looked at it, like had a like feel and then okay. So you got a bunch of fluid there. It's from a lack of water. So you've got two different ways to sort this. I can give you a medication to help flush it out, or you can just do an exercise about 3 times a day.
Drug me
Literally
up.
that. Yeah, I said, all right, I'll give the exercise a try. It took me a while because you had to like sort of keep doing it. Essentially, it's literally like sitting down, clutching your legs, and sort of like stretching it out, bending it back in like 12 times for about 3 times a day or so. And it was working, but like you got to sort of keep doing it a little bit to make sure it doesn't come back again, which I kept forgetting to do because it wasn't hurting, and I kept forgetting I even had the problem in the first place. So I kept coming back because I wasn't doing the exercise because I didn't have the pain there to remember that I needed to do it. So it took a while to go.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But no, decent stuff there. Then there's ones there that like the one you just mentioned. So.
Well, the last one was an idiot as well.
Oh dear.
He reckoned I had gout, and I said, right, for 2 years. He went, very unlikely, but yeah. I was like, okay. I said, but in my neck. I thought I only get gout in your feet and like below the waist. He went, yeah, you do. I went, so I've got gout.
You can get it anywhere. You can get gout in any joint.
Yeah, but it's very unlikely above the waist, and it isn't normally a condition you have for years.
No, it's not something that lasts a long while. And gout is absolute agony, even if you have the slightest touch.
Yeah, I don't know. Mate,
No,
I reckon
it's a weird one.
They see my number and just think, fuck, give it to him. Like, that pisses
I
me off.
like I say, I mean, I got a friend who she's had like sort of bodily pains for like a long time, like years, and she's been like in and out of doctors like here and there, just trying to find out what it is. I mean, there's different things like fibromyalgia, is it, and endometriosis, etc. It could be, but she's just been in and out with like doctors just saying to try to sort of move her along, giving painkillers, moving her along, or just suggesting that she's making it up. But you don't spend years going to the doctor to find out what it is. So eventually she gave in and actually went to go private healthcare to finally find some answers and find out what was going on. So first they gave her a test and said it was fibromyalgia, I think it's called.
Myalgia.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, sorry. And I always get tongue twisted with that one. Yeah, they said it was that. Then she was always excited. Oh yeah, finally got a diagnosis after all this time. Then they turned around and say, oh no, sorry, it was a misdiagnosis. There was something else in the way of the scan. So she had to come back in for more tests.
Oh, that's.
And I think they said it was I think it was like an endometriosis, I think. And then turned around and said no, it isn't. And then eventually turned around and said, have you considered maybe you're making it up?
Oh god.
This is private healthcare, but the thing is, a lot of the private healthcare is like the exact same staff. It's just a different case of like how fast you'll move through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's exactly the same.
Yeah. So it was a real shame for her there. Like she spent a lot of money on like private healthcare, only to get suggested that maybe she was making it up. Like no, you don't spend years in hospital paying for private healthcare for something you're making up. That's not how it works.
You ever considered that you're making it up as well?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever wondered that if you're lying and don't know?
Yeah.
Like, it makes no. Did I tell you about my wife? She had an operation recently.
I don't think so. No.
It took her 2 years to actually be listened to. She's been having these pains in like her abdomen for a long time, and like when it stabs her really quick, and she hits the floor, and then she's fine. She's been going to doctors for years. Okay. There's no problem. Anyway, it was last September, I think. I got the phone. She finally got a scan, and she phoned me up while I was at work, telling me she had cancer. She said, "I've just been to the doctors. I've been told I've got cancer." Right? Okay. So, everyone got upset and all of that. I actually quit work because of that. That was one of the reasons. I was like, I ain't fucking staying here every day. We're not, I could potentially lose her. But then she had another scan, and they went, "Oh, no, you don't have cancer." I was like, "What?" Like, not that it was about a negative what, but it was like you shouldn't tell people they have if they haven't. And then we had another scan, and they said, "Well, you might have it, you might not. We don't really know. It's just a dark patch. What we're going to do is cut you open and remove it." And basically, when they cut her open, her appendix had twisted. So on the scan, it was a really thick layer because it was folded over itself, and that showed a really dark spot. So yeah, they had to cut her appendix out, and she's got Something. I can't remember what it's called. Something bum. Things got bum in it. Oh, no, I don't know. I'll get that later. But yeah, she has got a condition. Her bladder. I got to see inside her bladder, which was weird. Her bladder looks like bubble wrap.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really weird. But that was an interesting day. Ever seen inside your other half's body?
I can't help but feel sorry for like NHS stuff half the time. So I imagine like they do have a bunch of people they do need to sort of move along. Have you ever seen like there's a show 999 What's Your Emergency, I think it is, and it shows like a bunch of things that NHS staff have to deal with personally, and that like some of the phone calls they get is just ridiculous. Like when you've got actual people like stab wounds maybe in that, and you've got a guy on the phone. There was one guy I saw on like this program phoned in saying, "Yeah, my toenail hurts."
Wow, that was a good impression.
Okay, and they came to a conclusion that he had like, an ingrown toenail essentially on the phone, but he was demanding an ambulance to come pick him up and do like a surgery to get it out. And like, no, I'm sorry, but that's not an emergency. You'll have to go to your doctor about this, perhaps. And no, it is an emergency. I can't sleep. It's like, fucking hell.
No, his drug dealer lives near the hospital, and he wanted a free lift.
My normal day job is an NHS job, and I can tell you some horror stories. I'll just tell you one. I can't tell you where I work or what I do, but just one patient.
That's fine. Just tell us their full name and address.
One patient was like, I stuck my finger up my bum, and there's loads of worms that come out, and I'm like, okay, number one, why and what? How? What is going on?
So he or she stuck their own finger up their bum and pulled out a load of worms.
Yeah, she'd obviously had threadworms and...
So was she itchy and wanted to scratch the inside?
I don't know. I didn't ask too many questions. I just, like, moved her along.
Moved her along. Ever considered you're faking it?
Yeah, you ever considered that you're imagining it?
And they're not actually worms, and you just got undigested noodles falling out of you.
Shall we do a quick round of the TikTok trumps before we move on? Because it's like 1:15 already, as it is.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, go on then. Like TikTok trumps. Kimmy, you got any trumps for us?
I got one video removed, but it got put back on. So,
nice.
And I've had no other restrictions. Touch wood. I seem to be on a roll where like they remove it, put it back on, but they don't do anything. So, and my little thing's gone off the bottom. Do you know where I used to log on and it used to say your account's warning, That's gone now as well. So
good.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I've had a good week. Oh, has it?
Yeah, well happened.
Yeah, mine's very on and off. So
yours is on and off.
Yeah. Yeah.
The backup accounts. We don't do backup accounts. So I'm going to say I've got nothing, but my backup account, I've had loads of videos taken down the past couple of days. I don't know why. I'm guessing I've upset someone. They're going through reporting everything. That's probably what's going on. But they're not getting put back up. I'm losing all the appeals.
Oh.
Yeah, which is weird. I normally, on my actual TikTok, my main TikTok account, I've lost maybe 5 appeals in the past year. You know, I don't lose my appeals often, even though I get at least.
Yeah, I don't lose mine very much.
No, my backup account.
I've lost 2.
Yeah, my backup account. I'm losing them. They're actually going for good. Oh. However, when I make a video and I think, oh, that might get me in trouble, I put that on my backup account.
Yeah.
That might be the reason behind it, but I'm going to go 0 points because backup accounts shouldn't count.
For me, I mean, I've only had like one issue, but I posted a video yesterday actually. Basically, it was a guy who was fucking about like on his fridge, like trying to do a Spider-Man sort of thing, shooting off. But the way his foot was sort of stood on the fridge, he opened the door accidentally while he was stood on it, and he fell off like in quite a comical sort of way.
Right.
And so I stitched this as Jesus. Like, you know the Family Guy sort of reference to like Peter, I'm not going to call the hospital because you won't learn anything if I do. I did this as Jesus, like, I'm not going to heal you because you won't learn anything if I do. Taken down last night for dangerous activities.
Oh, right. Yep, I've had that.
But the original video is still up.
That is bullshit.
But, no, but I got it restored today, but I've noticed going back to the video, it has a hazard warning at the bottom. The original doesn't have one. Why did mine get one? Like, why am I getting the sort of violation sort of like warning thing there?
You'd think that they would. I imagine these moderators are just scrolling through TikTok all day, and they'd see your video and go,
like,
"I don't like that." let's put that one on hold, and then go over to the original and do the same thing.
Yeah, literally, like having like the little warning there because it's in my video. I think, okay, fair enough. That's something that's not taking down the video completely. It's a little warning, it's a bit of, like, yeah, warning. But the original video should have that as well. Like, if you're a moderator looking through that, and you see it's a stitch, you think, oh, actually, if I'm going to do it for this one, I ought to do it for the original before everyone else starts stitching it as well.
Yeah.
But like, no, they never do that. Like,
have you had a video taken down because the original was removed?
Yes,
Yeah.
but when I get my account taken down in general, a shitload of people who've ever deleted my content lose all their things as well. Not everyone, but a massive chunk of them lose it, and that's often how they realise that I'm gone.
Yeah.
Because when it says like the original
you get a
video's
notification,
gone,
don't you?
yeah, it just says like, yeah, your video's down because the original was taken down. Apparently that still counts as you getting a violation as well. Yeah, that's bullshit. That
But
if somebody loses their account, that should not be like springing account violations for everyone else. That's not fair in the slightest.
No, but if I saw your video and I thought I don't want him posting that, if you go over to the original and take that down, it'll take everyone's down automatically anyway. So it makes sense to do it that way. They just, I don't know. Maybe they've got a quota that they have to fill every day.
Yeah, maybe, and we're at the top, and they go, nope.
Yeah, we're just at the top of their list now. There's like every time they're on For You page, you're like,
No,
fucking
yeah.
Kimmy, fucking that cunt, fucking Jesus, fucking Mario.
No, when it comes to For You page, I did get talking to somebody about something like that, but like I can't talk about that. So
So are you
yeah,
playing
because they weren't supposed to talk about it. So
because I can say I can have 1 point this week then because I had one of those videos taken down because the original was taken down.
yeah.
So yeah, I've got 1 point.
Yeah, do I get one for it if it gets put back up?
It's still TikTok being TikTok. I mean, mine got put back up.
I don't know. It probably should have been taken down because it was quite a risky joke, to be honest.
What was the joke?
It was what's the difference between a blonde and a mosquito?
You'd slap a mosquito if she was on your cock? No?
No,
I've heard this one before. Go on.
a blonde carries on sucking if you slap it.
Oh.
Or a mosquito stops sucking if you slap it.
Ah.
Both are correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It
All
got
right.
put back up though.
So we're going 1-1-1.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
Draw.
Three-way draw. I think that's the first time.
Does Mario gets count this week as well next week?
No, he can't.
Ah.
No, can't carry it over. I mean,
No.
maybe when one of us aren't here, we should do what's it called when you give your when you can't make it to give your vote? So you send someone in your place and they give your vote for you. There's a name for that.
Yeah.
No, can't
I
think
don't
of it.
know what the name is.
No, but yeah, maybe we should do that. We should just text Mario, go on, give us your score.
Yeah.
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 So anyway, today's guest when they get here is Archie Ackerman, one of them. Content creator on TikTok, nearly a million followers. I don't know a lot about him. I watch a lot of his stuff, but his stuff ain't personal. You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't tell you about him. It's he does a lot of martial arts, I think. I'm sure he'll fill us in when he gets here. But just before he gets here, though, should we quickly talk about the blue tick situation?
Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh, actually, no, we'll wait. We've got Archie here now. We'll talk about the blue tick situation in a minute. Hello, Archie. Can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hey,
Excellent.
all good.
So, Archie, can you introduce
Hello.
yourself? Just tell us who you are, what you do.
I'm Archie Ackerman. Make a bunch of random videos on TikTok. Some are funny and some are random as hell. And some of them I kick random stuff like trees.
Yes, I knew. I thought you did. I thought it was some type of martial arts thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
that's the main one.
you're one of them accounts that only your most viral videos like pop up on my page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like some accounts
so
I
it's like-
follow. Yeah, some accounts I follow, you'll see every video. But yeah, yours is like a viral push.
Yeah, so it'll be like tea videos and stuff.
What
They're the
videos?
ones that go viral. Videos where I talk about tea, they
Tea?
go viral. Because tea, literally just tea,
Ah.
because Americans seem to love it.
No,
American
they
people
don't.
seem to love it. So.
I think they like us talking about tea, but they don't like tea. Yeah, they're
You
just
can't
like,
make it.
it's like, where are you from? Britain. You're from London and you drink tea. Doesn't matter where you live.
You're always from
Yeah.
London.
You're always from London.
Every time.
Oh, so I think we'll get started straight away with a game. So I asked Archie before he come on if he could write down 2 truths and 1 lie for us. It's a great way for us to get to know a bit more about you.
Is this just me that's written this then?
Oh yeah, only you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the guests to do it every
great.
week. I don't obviously mix them up, you know.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you know, we don't have to agree on the answer. We all give our own independent answer on this one. But we might have some follow-up questions for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. First one. I bruised my testicles. I bruised them to the point where they were like purple, and I had to go to the doctors, and I couldn't walk. That's and that's the first one. Second one. In the middle of a college class, I crapped my pants
Oh wow!
and had to run out of the class. Third one. When I was at uni, I pushed my friend into the campus lake.
Right.
There we go.
So we had purple balls.
Yep.
Shitty underwear. And,
Yep.
And mate in a lake.
Yep. Those are 3.
You reminded me of 2 great stories with them, by the way.
That's good.
maybe for another day. All right. Okay. How did you hurt your balls?
Right. Well, you know bike racks. Like bike racks where you like stand your bike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, my family run a shop, and I was outside, and I was on the bike. I started walking on the bike racks, and my auntie was with me as well. Auntie was with me, and I started walking on the bike racks, and I went for the last one, and I missed it completely, and just went straight down, right on them.
Oh.
I haven't even got balls, and that hurts me.
All right. Did you say you shit yourself in class and you had to run out?
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the shitting had already
That was,
taken place.
Yeah.
Okay.
I trusted a fart. I trusted a fart that I shouldn't have trusted.
He shorted.
Did anyone know why you was running out the class?
No, because I was like, okay, this is just a fart. So I kind of like let it seep out, but then I felt something that wasn't right. So I just clenched back up, and I got a smell, and I was like, oh no. So I just had to run to the toilet and wash my underwear in the sink.
And then did you wear the wet underwear?
Well, yeah, I had to. I had nothing else. It was just wet.
Oh, just threw it in the bin.
Yeah, I'd have flushed them. Right, okay. Last but not least. No, it is least. I don't know, why does that phrase exist? I always use it wrongly. Like, you use it at the end of a sentence, don't you?
Yeah.
The end of this, you know. Anyway, so you push your mate into a lake.
Yeah, well, we'd been out that night. We'd all been drinking a fair bit. And there was this lake on our campus, and there were a bunch of ducks, and they were always obsessed with the ducks. So we were stood by the lake, and I was talking to one of them. I think it was Oliver. I was talking to Oliver. And Carly, we always knew was like the worst for getting drunk. She was the worst one. So, like, she paralytically drunk. And she was behind me, stood at the lake just looking out. And she just shouts at me, Archie, look at the ducks. So I swing around like that. I'm like, what? So I want to see the ducks because I'd drunk a fair bit. I smack her around the head by accident. And because she's drunk, she just falls straight in the lake, and I have to go in and get her out.
Right. Oh, okay. I actually quite confidently have my answer. I don't know if you two do.
I've got a bit of a. Is it called a hypothesis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hypothesis.
That's a big word for me.
Is it? I don't think I can say that word on my list. Hypothesis. No. Fuck.
Hypothesis.
Hypothesis. No.
Hypotamus.
Hippopotamus. Hypotamus.
Do ducks go to bed?
Ducks what?
Do ducks go to bed? Are they always there?
Where'd you get that from?
I can't imagine a duck being out at night.
No, they do.
They do. They're still out.
Most animals come out at night.
They can't. Ducks can't sleep on our lake. There's students around constantly.
Ducks don't go to
They
sleep.
don't have a nester that they go to.
No, they're fucking out all night. Party.
There were ducks and there were moorhens as well. But
Yeah, I mean, they probably...
you just heard like you just heard that coming on. So it was quite early in the morning, so
They're loud
quite
ducks.
late in the morning.
They're loud ducks.
They were
then.
waking up. Yeah.
Okay, Scotty, anything you want to add?
I had one earlier, but I can't remember now.
He's thinking.
Nah.
No.
Nah, I've lost it now.
All right. I'll start this one off then. I'm gonna go with the lie is you shit yourself in school, and I hope I'm right because what I'm gonna say now is an insult if I'm wrong. I don't think you're stupid enough to wash your underwear and then wear it wet. That's a special breed.
Yeah, I think he gave it away. I think he slipped up.
Yeah, I think that was like, I'm washing my underwear in a sink. Yeah, that makes sense. But why? Fuck. I didn't expect that question. Yeah, what about you two?
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
I think I agree with that as well. I mean, I've had a similar case before, and I just
Got rid of
threw them away. Yeah,
Yeah.
did not try and wash them to put them back on. Like, I mean, I didn't have the option to wash them, but even if I did, I wouldn't put them back on again because it would look like I pissed myself badly.
Yeah.
Back and front. Yeah, I think...
Unless you've got a hand dryer,
Well,
then you can...
he would have said that, though.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't work very well. I've spilt beer on my lap many a times and been caught in the bathroom looking like I'm dry humping a hand
Yeah, I was
dryer.
going to say, you'd have to explain yourself if someone come in.
Yeah. I've got a video of me doing it on my brother's stag do, just in a bathroom. And mate Jamie just walks in. And he's like, "What are you doing?"
Nothing.
Oh, so we're all going number 2, Archie.
Yeah,
Number 2.
why not?
That's a good number.
Then you're all wrong. You're
What?
all wrong.
Wow.
It's number 3. It's number 3.
Ah, yeah.
I told you, ducks
Fine.
do go to bed.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did.
sorry, I've just been corrected.
Did crap my pants.
I've just corrected it. It was my stag do. That I
So you did shit your pants.
did
Did
shit
you
yourself.
wear your wet pants?
Yeah, they were wet like just on the crack, and I tried to dry them, but I couldn't. But I was in skinny jeans. And I couldn't exactly. I had nothing to hide it in because I hadn't grabbed my bag. I had nothing to hide the wet underwear in,
I'd have flushed
and we
them.
kept our bags in a different room anyway, so I couldn't go and put them in. So I had to brave it and wear the wet underwear.
Lovely. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. I don't have any comeback for that.
Yeah.
Oh. Right. Okay.
Very noof.
Well, we learnt more about you than I thought we were going to today.
There we go.
Can I just ask, are the plums, are they all good now?
Yeah, they're fine now. After
Good.
being fondled by a doctor, they're fine.
How old were you? Like you said, you was climbing on some things. I imagine young.
I was 14. No, I was 14.
How old are you now?
18. It's 4 years ago
40.
now.
Oh, wow. Okay, 14. I mean, yeah, I've done lots of it. I still do immature stuff now, but yeah.
Yeah. It was we went to the doctors, and on the list of things you don't want to hear when you're getting examined by the doctor, when they first see your injury, is let me just go and see if the surgeon's in. That's what you don't want to hear. Which, yeah. What's the fear of God into you when it's about your plums?
Yeah, well, I've never had it that bad on my nuts. I did once really, like, I made my penis bleed. That was a bad day. Yeah. I'll tell you.
Oh.
I'll tell you the most PG version I can of this story. Basically, I'm up a ladder, and my leg slips down the side, so I land in between my legs on a step. But like I don't know why or how exactly, but my penis must have been just under the ball, so the full weight went on the helmet. And yeah, this is your dad's fault, Scotty. It's all his fault. And yeah,
when you said about when you just mentioned like penis bleeding, the first thing like immediately in my head was that in between a scene.
Which one?
Is that they're in the club and I think he thinks he's caught his penis on the zipper
Oh,
or a can or something. He was like, he was trying to have a piss into a can. I think he split his penis on the lid of it or something. That was just what came into my head there. Like,
oh yes, he was pissing in the back seat. Yes, I remember that.
I
Ah.
have had a really bad wedgie so I was on a night out getting really drunk, and I had, do you know the bodysuits that women wear where they clip underneath?
Oh yeah.
And someone tried to pick me up, and it gave me like a really bad wedgie. I didn't think about it until the next day when I went to the toilet. And have you ever Googled the phrase blue waffle?
Yep. Oh no. Oh.
It was like that. It was really bad. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have shared that.
Oh. Wow.
Oh no.
Oh, your blue
It's
waffle.
all better now.
Your
It's
blue
okay
waffle
now.
and his purple plums. Oh, there's some content. What colour are your genitals today? That'd be our new game each week.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about games.
Genital trumps.
That sounded like an army person. Like his name is General Trumps. What do you call them? The people that are in charge.
General.
Admiral. Yeah, you said genital. It sounded like general.
General.
And I just pictured someone going general. Yeah. Anyway, we got another game we're gonna play. So Archie has also got a story for us. Now.
Yes.
We don't know if this story is true or a lie, but the main difference is we all have to agree. So if one of us disagree, we need to convince the others to agree. Archie, be prepared for lots of questions, whether it's true or a lie. If it's true, and we ask you a question, you need to answer it truthfully. You can't lie, even though it's a true story, and vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah, off you go.
Okay. Alright. Right, this is another crapping myself story.
How many times have you shit yourself? Like,
What today?
Oh god.
oh dear.
no,
There's
Right.
medication
Knowing what
for that, you know.
Yeah, knowing what you know now, you can
Oh,
make what you will of this.
Can I just say on a note, episode 9 got taken down off of Spotify because of our sexual talk.
Was I on that one?
No, that was with Chance to Cosplay. We was talking about his sexual antics a lot.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
Right.
because he does quite a few stuff,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
So let's not talk about
Yeah.
let's not talk about cumming, spunk bubbles, blue vaginas, sticky bollocks, penis bleeding.
I was gonna say we're a bit late for that one now, aren't we?
Fuck Spotify.
Oh,
A little bit.
I'm sorry, Spotify.
We would have no chance of getting monetized on YouTube, would we?
Maybe Pornhub.
Whole new category of that.
Oh, anyway, you shit your pants again.
Yeah, right. This was in around year 8 or year 9. Can't remember which one, but basically we'd been on a school trip that obviously we had to pay quite a bit for to New York. Been to New York, and little side, whatever. If you go to New York or America, don't eat the bacon ever, because it is that hard that you can't actually get it on your fork. You touch it and it turns to dust. It was terrible. I'm still fuming about it. But yeah, I've just wanted to say that. Right, for the whole trip, pretty much we only ate Mackey's. Like that was all we ate, just McDonald's. Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then we'd have like maybe once in a while we'd eat something else. And I personally had like barely ever eaten McDonald's before. I was raised on like veggies and that kind of stuff. I barely ever ate McDonald's, so you can imagine it was quite a shock to my system eating just Mackey's 24/7.
Yeah, American McDonald's as well. That's that's packed full of a load of like extra ingredients. So yeah.
Not even just British, American McDonald's.
All right, and that's what caused you to shit yourself.
Well, hold on.
Oh, we're not there yet. Okay.
Hold on.
No, we're not at the crap.
We're
We're not at the crapping yet. No.
We're not at the shit section yet.
No. Right. And on like our way to the airport, we stopped at this mall, I guess it was.
How many days after the last McDonald's are we now?
This was 3 days of pure Mackies.
Oh, so on the third
Just
day,
Mackies.
right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and we were on our way back on the third day. Third or fourth, I can't really remember. It was a while ago. But yeah, we stopped at this mall, and me and my mate went to Calvin Klein, and because we were kids, we were like, oh, I want some Calvin Klein underwear because it's all flashy and that. So we bought some underwear, and we both put our new bright white Calvin Klein underwear on. And we got to the airport, got on the plane, and everything was fine. But after we took off, that's when it kind of hit me, and I could feel stuff. I could feel stuff kind of leaking. I could feel stuff leaking. I went to the toilet and I just let it out, and I tried my best to wipe, and I went back to my chair, but it was too late because there was just brown, and I had to sit in shitty underwear for not only the 6-hour plane ride, but then the 6-hour a coach ride back to my school to then get picked up by my parents and drive another 30 minutes back home. And it took 4 to 5 washes to get that stain out.
Right, okay.
And there's the crap story.
Okay. I've actually got quite a few questions.
Go for it.
Does Scotty or Kimmy have any first?
No, go on.
No,
Yeah?
go on.
Alright, firstly, what airport did you go to?
It was one in London, I think it was Heathrow.
No, the other end.
Not got a clue.
No. How long was the
Not
flight?
a clue. Like 6 hours.
6 hours to New York. What's your favourite thing to eat at the new McDonald's?
What? My favourite thing to actually eat?
Yeah, no, at the American McDonald's.
Oh. I don't know, I had double cheeseburgers mainly.
Double cheeseburgers, right?
That was the safest bet.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, you two? Anything?
This feels like a police interrogation.
It is, isn't it?
I mean, I've literally just booked a flight for Florida, but that's like
How many hours?
I know it's different place, but like that's like a 16-hour
Yeah.
one, because I've got to go to Dublin first.
Yeah.
Then I've got to wait hours before I can then go to America.
Oh, yeah.
What did you have for breakfast at McDonald's?
I can't even remember.
No.
I can't really remember what I had for breakfast.
That's not good enough. You need to-
Alright.
I was like in year 8 at this point. This was years ago. 6 years.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you why I think it's a lie, and I'm going to hopefully get you two on my side. So I've been to New York twice, so if you are lying, bad choice. It's an 11-hour flight to get to New York, unless you went on the Concorde, which was discontinued. She must be 35. It's discontinued 15 years ago, so you wouldn't have been on a Concorde. So I'm just going to say that. I think that's enough. Unless you.
If it is true, I suggest getting a nappy or something. Like, this is like we've been chatting for like 20 minutes so far, and we already have 2 shitting yourself stories.
Twice, yeah. You shit yourself twice in 20 minutes.
You need 10 for men. That just reminded me of another story, right? When I used to live with my wife and her dad, I stayed there for a while. There was this company, and they used to post me random stuff. Not even for a review. I just have stuff turn up. And one day I opened it up, and there was these wet wipes. I was like, okay. And I left them on my desk, and every now and again I'll get a wet wipe out. You know, just feels nice sometimes. Turned out they were like tenner wet wipes for women's vaginas. My hands smelt fanny fresh. Yeah.
Your hands are the softest they've
Tagline
ever
they should
been.
put on it. That's the tagline. They should just put Fanny Fresh in big bold letters on the front. That's what they should put.
The other reason I asked about what you ate at the McDonald's, I used to double cheeseburgers. They do double cheeseburgers, but New York McDonald's is so much better than ours. Like for breakfast, my bun was a pancake injected with maple syrup, and then it had a beef.
I don't like.
Then it had a beef patty, then a sausage patty, and then another pancake with syrup. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely
That sounds
disgusting.
vile.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting and vile, but it's an incredible thing that exists. Like,
Yeah.
Why would you have pancakes with beef, though?
I only made that mistake once. Don't get me wrong.
You do get sausage pancakes though, don't you? And like you can get them here.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, a lot of
It's not beef, it's pork, but
It looks like they're
That's
looks like my Twitch is kind of stuck on Fanny Fresh. That's it. I'm gonna bring out my own line of wet wipes. Fanny Fresh. Let's go Scotty at the
I
end.
reckon they'd sell.
That sounds
reckon
like
they'd
a good
sell
drag
them.
name.
What, Fanny Fresh, drag name?
Yeah, Fanny Fresh.
You can imagine them announcing it, can't you?
Yeah.
Just
Right.
bringing her onto the stage, she comes out just all in pink,
What did you do with
Yeah.
your
a little hat on.
What did you do with your underwear?
What I do with it?
He
Yeah.
left it on, he said. He said he wore it.
Yeah, I
the
left it
whole
on.
way
I
back.
sat on that for I sat in that underwear for like 14 hours.
Yeah, another
How many
thing.
times did you say you had to wash them to get the stain out?
Like 4 or 5. 4 or 5
Because
times.
I mean, did you not personally like if I had a pair of underwear that like was that much of a pain to get the stain out? I think I would just thought, you know what, fuck it, I've got other underwear to
Yeah, but they
go
were
through as
Calvin
well.
Kleins.
It was like my first ever pair of Calvin Kleins, and I spent 25 quid on them. They were too big for me anyway, but I didn't care.
Right.
I don't
really
know. I
good.
think I believe him. I think
I
think I believe
That I believe. The fact that you spent 25 quid on them. They got a bit of shit on. We can wash that off. It's just a flight time. Like, I mean, but you were 13. You could be wrong.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I think
That's
you've
fine.
been to New York. I think you went to New York with school because I think that I'd be a bit of a stretch to make that.
Very
one up.
young to go on a school trip to New York, though.
Yeah, they
Oh.
do though.
I was very young. Yeah, they advertise them as soon as you're in year 7. They just list all the trips that they're going to be doing.
Fair enough.
Get you to sign up.
I mean, it's surprisingly what kind of places that your schools can take you. I never got a chance to go to any of the places that my school was taking my classes to and that, but yeah. My little brother got to go to Iceland at one point, but
Was that
I think
Yeah,
my
lucky-
brothers went.
lucky bugger got to see the Aurora Borealis, so...
Yeah, our
My
school
brothers
trip
did
was
the
to
same
Russia.
thing.
Russia? You were in Russia?
Yeah, I know. I didn't go.
Oh.
My mum and dad wouldn't let me go because they were like, you're not leaving our site. But yeah,
Oh.
my school went to Russia, Moscow.
Nice.
Yeah.
You didn't go to
It
Moscow.
might-
No.
My friend Reagan, I think her school once took her to Russia as well. She's very fluent in Russian, actually. She's bloody good at it.
I used to do Russian in school for modern
Russian's a-
languages.
Russian's a great
I tried to learn a bit of Russian here and there. I can't remember much these days. It's like it's an entirely different
Boris
alphabet.
can.
You got to learn all over.
Yeah.
I think the only phrase I can remember, is "Я знаю, как это по-русски," which basically means "I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this in Russian."
I can say one word in Russian and it's fuck. You go
What?
drahit.
Dry-
Drahit.
Dry hit.
Drahit.
Like,
Dry
like,
hit,
like
yeah.
when you're on a bong and it runs out. Like, ugh,
Yeah.
dry hit.
Basically the same thing, yeah.
I know
What
how
is
to
that,
say
suk?
hello.
Like suka, it's like a suka bliet.
I suck at the cock. What?
I can say hello. What is your name?
Well
My name is
done.
Kimberly.
Oh, sorry, in another language.
Yeah, in Russian.
Oh, go on then.
Здравствуйте. Как тебя зовут? Меня зовут Kimberly.
Oh yeah, меня зовут Scott. Yeah,
Yeah.
bits and I just like remind me of that. Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
See, not just a pretty face.
You can be making it. Do you see,
I
do you see
I
Boris?
keep trying to like learn different new languages here and there, but I think like
Yeah, but you
nah.
just
I tried to
learn.
learn a bit of
I don't know how to speak
Latin
this
on
language.
I tried to learn a bit of Latin on Duolingo with a friend of mine who's Finnish, and she got very far into it. But the thing is, Duolingo it's free, but the further you get in, the more pointless the phrases get. Like there was just
Yeah.
phrases like "you do not hit the fish." Something about there's just so many weird phrases that you would never have any need to say, and I just thought no, that is a very repetitive app. A French I tried to learn as well, but nothing is spelt the way it's pronounced by like our standards here, so it's just
Yeah.
such a weird language to learn. Like
Have you seen Duolingo's TikTok?
no,
They've got a TikTok now. They've got like someone dresses up in the giant owl outfit and does dances. They're verified and everything.
fuck's sake.
Like,
Anyway,
everyone's going
back
on
to the
TikTok
story.
now.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How many times in your life have you shit yourself?
Twice. They're the two times that I've told you.
Right, not including nappy
Yeah.
age.
No, not including that. obviously.
Alright, so how long's it been since the last shit accident?
Last one was college. I was in college in my first year, so
How many years ago?
probably a year and a half, 2 years. Wow.
Yeah,
You're doing
about.
well. You're doing well.
He's doing well.
Keep it up.
Been clean
Keep
ever
it
since.
up.
No,
I'm getting there.
keep it in. You mean?
Keep it in.
Keep it in. All right. Okay.
Okay, so what are we going with then?
I still feel like it's a lie, but I know Kimmy's on the truth.
No, I don't know. I can be persuaded to go with lie.
Yeah. What about you, Scotty? How you feeling?
It's hard to say. Like, you know what I said before, how like that's sort of like a lie based on truth and that.
Yeah.
It's a very straightforward
yeah.
story. Going to America and like just kind of shitting yourself a little bit, but like I kind of noticed some of the bits like we kind of like ran off to just go. But express how much he liked the breakfast there was on about.
Nah.
Yeah,
No, he's on about
bacon.
double cheeseburger.
Yeah, it's essentially like it's a random thing sort of like randomly go off on if you haven't done it.
Yeah.
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 The bacon was, I hated that. The bacon was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had bacon in America. I wasn't a fan.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's so many food places. We went somewhere different nearly every day. I mean, we had pizza in all of them, but we went somewhere different for it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like we went to a McDonald's. I think twice. Once for breakfast, once for a snack. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do it every day.
Yeah, but it was a kid. It was like 12, 13. So
We got made to.
I'd
We
be
didn't have a
straight.
choice. We didn't have a choice. The class, everyone had a vote, and everyone had
Oh,
a vote.
okay.
And
You had a vote, right? Okay, that's quite believable.
everyone there, all the kids had a vote, and then they all obviously picked Mackey's because they were kids and they got to pick where they ate.
Okay, and
So I got made to go to Mackey's and.
the
Set my
teachers
pants.
ate it every day as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What type of school did you go to?
Church of England.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm guessing that's a Christian
Wasn't-
school.
yeah, it was a Christian.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
It was an
Jesus
icky
approves.
school.
He's nodding like, yeah, that's
I
not
went
mine.
to a Catholic school. That's a lot worse.
Oh,
for me.
that is a lot worse.
Yeah.
Why is that worse?
It's just.
Oh, they're all pedos, aren't they? The men?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
All
some
of
of
them.
them-
Every
some of
single
them
one.
were,
The
yeah.
priests. The priests.
There were some of them, yeah.
Yeah, that's all
I
right.
had I had nuns teach me in primary school.
Nuns.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not as bad. Celibacy and
My
that.
teacher's, my primary school teacher's name was Mrs. Head.
Mrs. Head.
And I didn't find that funny until I got to at least 16. When I
And you got
realised.
why it was funny.
Yeah, I was one down sitting there like, Mrs. Head. Like 10 years later.
You
that's
finally get the joke.
That's how most jokes-
Teenage humor is the best, that sort of thing.
Uh,
Like we had a maths teacher called Mr. Bend, and it's impossible to not extend from that one.
Yeah.
right, so
You always
it's
just know
either
it's gonna go.
you're either going to say over or Which
Yeah,
one was, which
or
one was
just-
it?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I had a teacher. She was a right cunt. She would drop something on the floor and go, "You pick it up for me." And as you'd pick it up, she'd rip this Velcro in her hand, making you think you just ripped your your trousers while you bent over.
That's just being a prankster
Funny
like that.
though. That's funny. I would have liked to teach you like that.
Yeah,
Mess with you.
I thought she was a bit.
I had a teacher who I liked at first, but I fucking hated her at one point because she accused me of getting my testicles out in the class.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Right.
That's a weird
Like
thing for a teacher
I
to
really
do.
don't understand like how like my head of year pulled me out of the class to basically discuss it with me. I had no idea what was the problem at first, and I was pretty gobsmacked when he told me what the accusation was. But I told him like no, like I'm there right in front of my classmates there.
What did
Like,
they look
I'm not-
like?
But
I would've
basically, he thought I was lying. He didn't think I was telling the truth. It was like I couldn't say much on that. It's like, yeah, well, because it's a teacher's word versus a student's word. You believe that I actually got my testicles out in the class? That's sick.
I would have
But
wanted
no.
evidence. I'd have said to the student
Yeah.
who grassed you up, draw a picture. If they look like mine, that's what they did with Michael Jackson in the end, wasn't it? They took that kid into another room and they got him to describe it. And I don't. When I get into it, I'm on Michael's side. I don't think he was a paedophile. I think he was just messed up in the head. But it was the penis picture that the kid drew that gave him a guilty verdict, because the penis picture had a brown spot on, like a big patch, and apparently his penis had the same patch. So yeah, it's kind of hard to argue. It's hard to argue being on his side because of that.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I would have used the same argument with your teacher. get me a photo or a picture drawn that looks just like my balls, and we'll go from there. Yeah. I was quite lucky.
Balls are harder than a knob, though.
Balls
are just
no.
balls.
Your balls shouldn't be hard.
No.
Definitely not harder than your knob.
No, balls are just balls, though. They all kind of just look like an ugly brain kind of alien-looking thing.
Well, I had my balls checked probably about 10 days ago by a doctor, and like they asked me like, what does it feel like? And I said, like, has anyone ever stared at their balls, right? And the temperature might be changing, and you can physically see them growing or shrinking.
Nah.
Enough. I've not exactly sat and observed this, but
I can't ever say I've seen my balls inflating.
My wife pointed it out to me before, and I've gone, oh yeah. Well, anyway.
Change with the temperature.
Yeah, and I had to say to the doctor, I can feel it. Like when it gets a bit warmer, I can feel them like loosening up, and when it gets colder, I said like it's not painful, but I'm very aware of what they're doing. Like they've got their own mind.
You've got a thermostat in your pants.
Pardon?
You've got a thermostat in your pants.
But yeah, he looked at me as blankly as you three are. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I can feel my fucking nuts. It's like they've all of a sudden got a load of nerve endings, and I can.
That's a superpower.
I can taste my underwear through my nut. Apparently, you got taste buds in your nutsack. Did you know this?
I don't believe that.
yes, yeah.
Anyone tried it?
I've not tried it, no, but I've heard this. Yeah.
It's tempting.
Like,
I just don't want to be testing it out. My wife walks through the door and I got my nuts in a bowl of soya sauce or something.
Just rub garlic on them. Garlic's really strong, isn't it? Just rub some garlic on them.
Yeah, but it's really hard to get the smell of garlic off. I mean, what if she goes down on you and she's like, "Why's your dick smell like garlic?"
Make sure she has spag bol first, and she won't notice it.
Ah, that's a good point. Yeah.
It's a
That's a good point.
great tip.
Yeah.
Well, that just reminded me of a bit of a joke there, but hey.
Go.
Anyway,
Go for it.
do we have a verdict?
Oh, so I had this horrible image in my head of a girl going down on Archie and then he shits himself. And she just comes up like, and looks at him with his face.
With a beard.
Oh crap! I wasn't going to say that one out loud, but I couldn't get the picture out of my head.
You probably should have kept that one to yourself.
I'm not going to be able to not think of that now. That image is going to.
These are stories you probably shouldn't bring up on a date, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe it or
Delete
not,
this
I'm not gonna
podcast.
talk-
Delete it.
Don't tell them about this at all.
After this, girls are going to be like Googling him, like, oh, he's on TikTok, ain't he? Archie, okay. Oh, shit himself twice! And he's got purple testicles. Got fucking Barney balls. Right, I'm still on lie.
You know what? I'm gonna go. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Kimmy?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
maybe a lie based on truth, but yeah, go on. It's just to say lie.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why not?
Lie?
This will be
Lie.
interesting.
Yeah, lie.
No, the whole thing is true. Whole thing.
Fucking hell.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
Would have been a good lie.
Shitty pants.
Dear Lord.
You need to change your TikTok name to Shitty Pants.
We had a guy, right? We was in a pub called the Ivy, and my wife's dad brought this homemade chili vodka, right? And he rimmed my drink with it, and it's fucking horrible. But this one guy, he was like the weirdo at the pub. He was always there, and he come over and he was like, "I can do it," and he done this big ass shot of it, right? And you could see the pain in his face while he was trying to act cool. And he was like, "I need to go to the toilet," and he was in there a long time, and we was like, "What's going on?" Anyway, my wife went in after him. I don't know why. Was she knew the wee, or she was actually going to see what he was up to? He pissed himself basically because it was so strong. I don't know how that causes you pissing, but he left his underwear in the toilet like a sensible person. But
I have got a shit story about my stepdad that's pretty disgusting and could probably top him. So basically,
we're not killing your dad.
No. He's already dead. It's fine.
Then how's it going?
What a shit episode this turned out to be.
No, not top. I mean, top the other story.
Oh, okay. I was like, why are we going to try and top off your dad?
My stepdad, so he used to be a ground worker, so digging up the roads and stuff. He had a bad stomach, basically needed a shit, so he went in the field, had a shit, had nothing to wipe his backside with, so he used
Oh,
the sleeve
God.
of his jacket, washed it with some water out of a bottle that he had, just swilled it over, decided to dry it inside the van, so inside the work van on top of the radiator, and driving back to where we live, like an hour's drive, and it's on top of the radiator, and it's just the smell.
I work as a gardener, and we work sort of all around the Midlands, so I have been in positions where like I really needed a shit, but we do not have a toilet for like miles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had the awkward situations of having to do it in like a bag in the back of the van or something, or having to do it in a field. But luckily, we always have like blue roll with us or something, so I just kind of did that.
Yeah, that's sensible.
Why did he not use a leaf though?
I don't
why
know.
The sleeve of his jacket. Surely
Maybe
there were
he
leaves.
did. Maybe he did use a leaf, but he got some on his jacket.
In the middle of a
sleeve,
field, you're
basically.
not necessarily surrounded by leaves, so
You could just wipe it on the ground.
You get enough grass that can be.
So
like
I
a
think
big leaf.
they were working on the side of the road, so yeah.
I had a bloke when I used to tie the ships up down the docks. We was up over on the gas jetty, which is miles out at sea. There's no land. It's just you go up onto the jetty and that's it. And I was down one end, and the others were down the other end. As we finished our end, we got back in the boat and we're driving down that end, right? And one of the guys was on the pontoon, naked, with his arse hanging over the side, and he's splashing it with water. So of course we've gone over to him and gone, Dave, what are you doing? Basically, he had his overalls on, full overalls, tucked into his boots, and he shit himself, and it filled his boots up.
Oh my god!
Oh.
As he's took his overalls off, he's managed to cover parts of his body in it, and he's trying to clean himself in the water. He had to get in on our boat naked, and we made him leave his shitty clothes there. They were not coming on the boat with us. And then once we got back, we had to go get one of those emergency silver blankets you put around people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the worst one. That.
yeah. He left work a few weeks later.
I'm not surprised. Can't look people
Because
in
you
the
made
face
him go
after
home
that,
naked.
No, we gave him a silver blanket.
Oh, that's
Oh,
alright.
Oh, that's okay then.
And he'd borrowed one of the
Fine, you've got a
managers.
blanket.
He'd borrowed one of the manager's life jackets without asking and got shit on it. So yeah. Anyway, this is the lunch supper. Welcome, to our
this is
shittest
nice.
episode yet.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
This is going to end
can
up
I
on
just
shit
say
talk.
you?
Oh,
okay,
Christ.
you.
I'm about to say you can't say you. There's three of us.
Yeah, Lord K, working on the docks. That is the least surprising thing I have ever heard come out of someone's mouth, with the beard and the beard and the mustache. That is
This used to freeze.
so much.
This used to absolutely freeze up in the winter, and I used to be able to snap it. I'd have icicles hanging from my neck. Fucking horrible job. I did it for 9 years. I say horrible job. Lovely in the summer. Like in the summer, it was the best job in the world. I used to just put my feet up at the front of the boat. I'd sit right at the front, like fucking Rose from Titanic, with my feet up, right. And I'd let one of the new people drive the boat because they're so young and excited. They'd be like, I want to drive. So I'd be like, of course you can, mate. I'm going to go out there and have a sleep. It's a fucking long journey. But in the winter, oh fuck me, was it cold. I used to come home. My dick used to be inverted. It was that fucking cold.
Looks like a cocktail sausage kind of thing.
That's what's wrong with you, Darren. It's like now they know that you're not in that temperature anymore. They're trying to.
They're like, we don't need to be
It's
this
like-
tight anymore.
It's like a warning system. They're warning you that you're going to get into them temperatures again. That's what it is.
Well, I actually got rid of the pain. It's stopped now, and I think I know that's why as well. So since I've basically become self-employed, and I've been doing like this on my own since September, right? Well, I'm here a lot of the time, and as you notice, you can't see me from the waist down. So quite often, I wouldn't be wearing much. So sometimes I'll just have a big hoodie on, or I'll be wearing some baggy shorts with no underwear. And after I went to the doctor, my wife went, maybe you should buy some new underwear, maybe some that hold it all tight. I went, I've not even been wearing underwear. And she was like, well, that's probably why they're hurting. So I thought, all right, so I started wearing underwear again, pain's gone. Turn out I was hurting my own balls.
If you go
Let them
commando,
dangle
you're
free.
going to hit your nub.
Yeah, so yeah.
Going commando is bad.
Oh, Jesus, mate, no, I mean, I don't imagine you had underwear back in your day.
No, just rags.
Just rags. Shit
Yeah.
rags.
It was the day of the Romans. He had like a sponge on a stick, you know.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
that does sound. I just want to think, what if the sponge came off and you didn't see the sponge come off? It's just.
You're not putting up your ass.
Oh no, but it's still just rough wood, just rough, raking.
Right.
Splinters,
So
the worst.
you went down with a sponge, but come back up with a wood. Anal splinters don't sound fun.
Yeah, no.
No, you have to get someone to pull them out for you as well.
I mean, there's worse things than like wiping your bum with a stick. I mean,
yeah, that would suck.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we have reached 2 minutes past 8. It is time to wrap up the podcast.
yeah.
Firstly, Archer, thank you very much for coming on. Does I call you Archer? That is right, isn't it? Your name confuses me.
Archie.
Archer.
Archie.
I don't know why. I just. It's not that I forget it. It's like I know it, but I say it wrong every time. Hey, my was it? No, it wasn't my wife. No, I got my wife's name. No, it's my ex-wife. I got her name wrong pretty much a whole marriage. Her name was Laura, but I just thought it was Laura for a very long time. Yeah. And then I hope she ain't.
That's not what you want.
I shan't like me talking about stuff like this, but I got her name wrong at the aisle, in front of everyone. Be honest, it was fucking hilarious.
Are you still married?
Yeah, we still got married. No, I'm not married to her anymore. No.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why then.
That's like
partially.
Friends. That is just straight out of Friends.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got her name wrong, and then I got divorced. One more divorce, and I guess. Well, how many times did Ross get divorced? 2 or 3?
Emily.
Oh, I hate Friends.
No.
No.
Rachel and his first wife, who I can't remember. 3 times. He got divorced 3 times.
All right. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that. I'm all right. Go on, Scotty. Wrap it up.
Well, thank you very much for joining us for today's shitty episode of the Lad Supper. We shall be back same time last week. Thank you very much. And
wait.
good night.
You just said we'll be back same time last week.
Next week.
Did I say last week?
Yeah. We'll be back same time last week.
Yeah. We'll go back in time and go do this again, shall we? Yeah, so we shall be back same time next week with another, hopefully, less shitty episode of the Lad Supper. Thank you very much, and good night.
See you later, everyone.
Bye.